Hello. Today I'm going to make some cream cheese, cheddar cheese, jalapeno, bacon induced, spiced up and battered cheese balls that I'm going to deep fry. And ought to be pretty fun, pretty easy. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just gonna pre-cook my bacon. I'll probably just cook half this, save the other half. I also got, if I ever do these pigs in a blanket again, I got the croissant dough sheet. So there's no perforated lines in here. It's just one sheet. And that's the better way to go about my pigs in a blanket. And by the way, I did do another batch of those in the oven on the cookie sheet. And again, it didn't stick. That was the trick to keep it from sticking. It just came out like a loaf of bread. So I say that the air fryer just does not excel well in that unless perhaps you use parchment paper. I'll have to try that sometime. So I'm just gonna cook my bacon and then I'll come back, I'll mix everything up. And this will be easy and fun and hopefully delicious. Alrighty, so I've got 4 here. I'm gonna do 4 more. That ought to be plenty. I'll save this for either more of these or some pigs in a blanket. And then there's Ralphie. I just named him. I used to have a little Italian thing like this here, but it was like a 6x6, much smaller, and it was a whole different scene, but similar style artwork. But he's the one. He's the one that guides me. He'll be like, just a pinch of salt. He's the one that gets me going. I'd be lost without Ralphie. God bless you, Ralphie. Okay, into the giant bowl, which I like this because it keeps things clean from going over the edge of the bowl. It's great for like if you're baking chicken or something. Either way, I've got such a big damn bowl you can't tell, but I've got 4 cooked and chopped up pieces of bacon there on bottom with 2 of the big ass jalapenos. I de-seeded them, put them in there. I'm gonna go ahead and grate up this sharp cheddar cheese, and then I'll move on to that sharp cheddar cheese, and then to the cream cheese. Yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. I've got my spices over here. We're gonna be doing black corn, pepper, salt. I got the kosher salt. What a damn sellout. Cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, and then these jalapeno pepper crush thingies, which I don't, it's kind of redundant, but hey, it's a different type of peppery flavor there. All right, I shredded up that block of cheese you saw, and then I cut one off of equal size to the other block I had, which is now in there, and I put it all in there. Okay, so I took maybe a little over a third, not half of this cream cheese, probably about a third, maybe a little over, and I put it in here. I'm gonna mix all this together. Okay, I added all my spices on top. I'm gonna mix it. I had to make some room in the freezer. After you get your little balls rolled out, I had a ton of it left over, which is right here. I mixed everything together. I did drizzle some extra virgin olive oil over it, just kind of as a binder, because I went heavy sharp cheddar cheese and not super heavy on the cream cheese. And so you kind of need a binder, but I found that it may have been maybe a tablespoon or so, and it worked perfectly. So these will go into the freezer for 30 minutes. I don't know if you can go more than that. I don't know. I'm sure you could leave them overnight, and you just got to know when to pull them out. This is my first batch of these, so, you know, don't judge me. Alrighty, I got those in the freezer for 30 minutes, and then they may go over. I need to clean this up. By the way, Potter Piper had made a comment like, it doesn't look like you have much counter space on the sides of your stove. I don't have any counter space. I have a wall, which is my neighbor, my fridge, my Ralphie, my stove, and then my pantry. So that's kind of what I'm left with. Yeah, as you can see. So not bad. I cleaned up, right? We're looking at 21 minutes in the freezer. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just glanced at like a YouTube short on how to do this. I may watch some more videos and just enjoy myself. I may even start watching some TV. So I may come back to this when this timer comes off, or comes off, my God, goes off. And I think obviously I'll be using peanut oil for my frying. Is it peanut oil I have? Yes. And I don't know, I mean, I think I'm just gonna go traditional and not use the panko. I'm gonna use a combination of flour, and then I'm gonna add in baking powder and a little cornstarch and a little bit of baking soda for pop, just to get everything fuzzed up for a decent batter. But I'm gonna have to season that. I'll make a small little bit of that, nothing crazy. And you know, I only watched one YouTube short about this. I may kind of scam around, because I bet you somebody has made these, and you know, to pre-make these balls and throw them in the freezer. I bet you somewhere, even if I have to Google it, maybe AI or something else will tell me, like how long, if they freeze solid, how long do they have to de-thaw before I fry them? I'd kind of like to know that for the future, because these would be great little party favors or appetizers for later on. But it would be no fun at all if when I bit into it, the center was cold. So that's kind of my thought process. I may be back in 20 minutes. I may be back in 5 hours. Okay, so this is where I'm standing. I've had the cheese balls in here for the better part of maybe 2 hours. I started watching TV, to be honest with you. I looked on YouTube, couldn't find nothing. Google was actually the greatest assistant. So as per Google, it's telling me, look, it doesn't matter if it's straight cheddar cheese or a mix of cream cheese and cheddar cheese or whatever the case may be. They said just go straight from the freezer, straight to the fryer, especially where cream cheese is involved, because first off, it's going to act like water, right? It's going to blow up. It's going to catch your house on fire. You're going to have a grease fire. You want it frozen for that reason. You want it to contain and hold together. The same thing with cheddar cheese. It's just not quite as explosive, but it will leak out everywhere. So we'll see. This is going to be trial and error. I like to fry these. My lens is fogging up because of the heat. I like to fry these around 350. So I'm going to be patient. This peanut oil has been heating up for a little while. We're probably pushing about 315. So I'm gonna give that some time. I know my lens is fogging up. Over here I've got a flour mix with cornstarch, baking powder, and baking soda. The baking soda is gonna add air to it. Whenever I do my wet batter, it's gonna bubble up and create a better batter. The cornstarch will help it stick. The baking powder works along with the baking soda to create the air bubbles. So I went ahead and put all the seasonings that I put in the actual cheese blend medley in here. So, you know, that's going to be smoked paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, minus I didn't put the jalapeno flakes. In here I've got 2 beat eggs with Frank's Red Hot sauce. So that kind of works as like a salt and a little bit of heat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cheese balls straight to here, then straight to here, then straight to here, then to there, from here to there, and then from there to here. That's kind of how that's going to work. I have a few cookie sheets, a couple of cookie sheets. My mother gave me this one, so I'm cooking with it. It's already got some polymerized seasoning on it, which I like, but my mother gave this to me, so I want to cook with it. This doesn't fit on here perfectly, but it is what it is. It's going to work. There's no replacing a mother's love. Couple of things. Like I said, I took it, I put it in here. I always press my flour, my batter, into the actual meat. And then I dipped it in here and I put it back and I pressed it again. That helps create a thicker batter. On this last one, I actually brought in some of my liquid to here to create that extra dredged batter. The problem I'm having and what I do not like is these are like ice cubes. And I know that my temperature is going to drop crazy. So I'll probably do 2 at a time. Last I checked, I was way over on accident, probably like almost 400. Where are we at? 390. Yeah, we're still climbing. I turned it way down. So I wanted to cook at 350, but I know it's going to drop temperature for a few reasons. Number one, even though it's cast iron, it's only about 1 inch to 1.25 inches of grease in there, and it's just, I need a deep pot. So this is just all trial and error. I mean, this is just the way it goes. I'll probably try to throw them in there around 380, 375, somewhere in there, and do 3 at a time and just hope that works. Monitor my temps. It is what it is. And I meant to mention, taste your batter. When you first mix it and you're adding your salt and whatever seasoning, stick your finger in it and taste it. That is the only way to know how it's going to taste. All right, I got 4 of them on there. This requires concentration, so honestly, I'm sure it dropped quite a bit. I am going to just show you the finished product. I got to play with it. It's about where I want it. Yeah, this one busted open, this one busted open. These did pretty good. This one busted open. I got to get a feel for it. You know, next time will be better. The fact is that they feel like ice cubes. And I just feel like the 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes that most people do is just not enough. So I'm running at 3 minutes plus. We'll see what happens. I got these last little 2. All right, let me try one here. And they're soft. Well, that is very good. But it's a little colder than I want it to be. But I could easily heat this up, which I probably will. Sorry. It's very good. But it's all very soft. And I did some stuff. I moved stuff around. I was messing with my phone. But I feel like they came out too cool. There's no cold center, nothing like that. So, I think the balls need to be smaller. I don't know, I gotta play with it. But the concept is amazing. It tastes very good. I'm just gonna warm these up in the oven. I'll probably just throw this in the oven on warm and just let them get nice and warm. They're delicious. You'd have to play with it. So I'm a bit, I heated them up. They could have been heated up longer, but I think if you're going to heat them up, you're going to have to like broil them or something. I don't know. I heated them up. I had like 2 more. I'm done eating them. They're too big, I think. Number one, make them tinier. Tinier little balls with the batter and everything. They get real big. Number two, the peanut oil is probably, it didn't make it taste bad or anything, but I can definitely taste. It feels like the wrong mix. It's peculiar. It almost gave it a desserty taste. I don't know why. But they're slightly too rich. Not too rich in the sense, it's almost too savory. So I may have gone overkill with maybe some of the seasonings. I'm not sure. It's good. It's just like it needs tweaking, a lot of tweaking. And it may be too much. I don't know. Maybe it needs meat. Because of all the components I added, maybe it needs more other components, like it's too cheesy. I don't know. I can't explain it. But I'm okay with it. This is how this works. That's the journey. Okay, have a good day or evening, wherever you may be.